everybody? Yeah, I got me a collared shirt on. Let me see if I can close that bad boy a little bit. Oh, well, that's okay. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I got this collared shirt on. Yeah, I know, a little snazzy right now. I didn't feel like having the same type of shirt on because I have like one of my old job shirts filling up all my duffel bags. I have like 10 of the same shirt, right? So I decided to just put this one, so now all my videos have that smiley face on this shirt, bro. Let me get over it. This truck is going extremely slow. And it's a four-wheeler, it's not even a semi. Let me go ahead and pass real quick. Because I'm just inching up on it. I'm going to get to 67 miles per hour and get on past these three vehicles that are right here. But this trucking industry needs to change all the way from training up until you're driving, right? Up until you're solo. Everything needs to change. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna have a couple points. I got 4, I think it's 4. Let me see here. Yeah, 4 major points. Each one's gonna have a couple points under it that I'm gonna hit on that we need to change in this industry. Y'all ready for this? First one that we need to change, that the trucking industry needs to change, these mega corporations, y'all need to change the way that y'all train, right? Their training schools. They need to change this. I don't know about any other training school, but the one that I went to, they especially need to change it. I got 1 day of backing practice, and it was like, I got to do it like 3 times, right? My whole 4 weeks that, or 3 or 4 weeks that I was there, I backed 1 time, one day, and it was like 3 times. That's all the practice I got before I got before I got tested. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not good. That's not good for any driver. Any of these people that get put on these truck stops, it's not good at all. What they're expecting you to do is know just enough to pass your test, and then you're gonna learn the rest on the road with the trainer. But you need to know this before the test. Like, you need to be good at it before you take a test. You don't take a major test as something and half-ass it, right? You don't just barely do it. This truck wants to get around me. Go ahead, bro. He's on his phone. That's a no-no, Mr. Freitzel, whatever it is. You look like a GP Transco truck, honestly. Like their logos are kind of the same. Is my window open? There's no. I hate how there's no windshield to stop that noise from coming in. So, training, yeah, they need to fix their requirements on the backing practice. All right, and they need to fix the pay for training, because my training. Let me plug in my phone real quick. My training, they didn't pay us at all. We didn't get paid at all. So I was there for 3 or 4 weeks. I can't remember how much. Not having any income and still having to pay for my own food. I mean, I took a bus there, so I couldn't take my own food like that. It was, it's not really, it doesn't set you up for success. It sets you up for failure, because you're in the hole trying to pay all these bills off when you get your first couple of checks. So you're not really going to be able to thrive off that. And these companies know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're, go ahead, car. So I'm going with the speed, so you can go ahead and speed up and get out of that lane. Y'all better hurry up and speed up, or y'all better get behind me, because that lane's ending. So y'all better choose. You get behind me good. Smart play it, not trying to stand beside me while, because I'm not going to slow down. You'll have enough opportunity to get in front or behind. But yeah, they leave you SOL. They leave you on your butt. And it's not fair. Like I owe my girlfriend still, and I'm gonna pay her back whenever I get, my finances in order. Because I messed my finances completely up. But I'm gonna owe her like $200 or $300 because she loaned me that for food. That's all it was, just for food. It's not right how these companies do this. And they're training, right? After they get done with the schools. So this is gonna have a 3-part. They're training after they get done with the schools. They pay you what, like Swift, after I got done, whenever I was on my trainer's truck, Swift paid me like $500 a week before taxes, right? But I was running 70-hour weeks, so I was making less than $10 an hour before taxes. And that's not even counting my sleeper bird time. That's just my running time. So you're getting paid, what, $8 or $9 an hour just off your working time alone, not even your sleeper berth. Your working time, you're getting paid $8 or $9 an hour. That doesn't seem worth it. You'll make more money than that at McDonald's. Honestly. And you're away from home. They need to fix that. They need to fix that. My second point that I want to touch on. My second point was the pay. So that last point is going to go on to this as well. It's going to bridge over to it. The pay. For the amount of time that we're away from home, if you count all that time, sleeper berth and everything, we're getting paid $2 an hour, $3 an hour for the whole time that we're away from home. They're keeping us out there. When you're over the road, they're keeping you out there, right? But they're not paying you for the sleeper berth time. You're just getting paid for the miles that you're running. That needs to change. There needs to be a set salary or something. I get it. A lot of these truckers are lazy, but there needs to be a set salary. And you need to have these runs that they have to run, right? And you give them that salary that way that, they'll work for the salary and, our paychecks aren't up and down all the time, right? They need to fix that. Let me get over. That car's just on my shoulder. I don't know if they're about to come over or what. But yeah, they need to change the way they pay both of those. Next, we're going to talk about weekend work. Because as everybody knows, 90% of your shippers, if you aren't on a dedicated account, these shippers and receivers, they don't work weekends. So that Saturday and Sunday, sometimes Friday, you're not going to be able to pick up a load, right? Or you're not going to be able to deliver a load. So I think on those days, either the company should, on Friday, you have a load that's 2 or 3 days out, right? So it takes like 2 or 3 days to get somewhere. So it's like across America. That would be fine. Because if they stack you up where you're running the whole weekend, yeah. Or they just need to have you home on Friday so that you can have your Saturday and Sunday home, since nobody's going to be at the receivers anyway. Those are 2 fixes for that problem right there. Next I'm going to talk about is this holiday work. We're missing holidays. I miss Halloween this year. I'm going to miss Thanksgiving because that falls on Thursday. I'm only off on Tuesdays, right? So I'm missing Thanksgiving. I'm making sure I take Christmas off. I'm not missing Christmas. But they need to have extra pay for missing these holidays with our family. right? They need to give us like $100, $200 a day that we're out. That might make it worth it to work these holidays. Other than that, I don't see it worth it, because these shippers and receivers don't receive on these holidays anyway, so we're out sitting on the holidays, not able to see our families, and we're not getting paid for it. They need to fix that. Speaking of pay, they need to pay us enough to where we can have our home time and have like a week at a time at home. I'd be good. Like if I'm out 3 weeks at a time, if I was over the road and I took 3 weeks at a time, I'd want a week home, right? That makes sense, right? You're home 1 week a month. That make it for everybody. If you get paid enough to where you can work 3 weeks off 1 week, you're working 75% of the year. You're away from home 75% of the year. I just see that would be worth it, right? For that pay. So that you could take more home time. I'm looking at these hood mirrors a lot. Not looking at my West Coast like that. But yeah, they need to fix that. I'm sorry I'm not, free talking like that. I'm trying to remember what I wrote down for these points. And I'm paying attention to the road and everything. This is just me focused. And I'm just talking to y'all separately. Road comes first, y'all come second. Y'all know this, right? I gotta make sure everybody out here is safe, so that everybody in the screen can keep hearing what I'm talking about, what I'm preaching. So I just went over home time, right? You need quantity home time, right? You don't just need like 1, 2, or 3 days off, because then you can't afford it, right? You got to get right back to it. They need to fix that. I talked about the holiday pay, right? They need holiday pay. Next thing they need to work on is when you take your home time. I don't know about every other company, but it felt like when I was trying to take my home time, I was getting punished, and there was retaliation against it, because they want you out as much as you can. Like, they will work you like dogs at these mega corporations. They want you out. And with me, I like staying out 3 weeks. I'm home for like 2 or 3 days when I went over the road. I'm out 3 weeks. I'm home for 2 or 3 days. Out 3 weeks, home 2 or 3 days, right? I don't like staying a whole month or more than that away from home. I don't like it. I like to be able to take 2 or 3 weeks worth of clothes, then wash them all at home. I don't like having to wash them at the truck stops, because it don't really follow. I don't like parking at the truck stops all the time, right? So when I was on the road, I was parking at rest areas and all this. It's easier parking, easier to find parking. But quantity home time, it feels like they're retaliating whenever you have this home time that you want to get. Either they can't find you a load going there, something happens with your load where like, okay, we'll run you another day or something, and then we'll get you home. Or they can't find you a load when you're coming back, or you get stuck for like a week straight running these short loads. They need to fix this retaliation mentality after home time. I don't know about every other company, but I know it happened to me. That's the train. I thought somebody was on the train tracks or something, but now they're working on the train tracks. What else I need to talk about? Talk about on this video that I need to touch on. I'm gonna go in depth on some other videos. I'm just getting the icing on the cake right now. These are just things I need to talk about that need to be brought up to these mega corporations. Of course you're gonna, homeboy, no blinker, get right up on my bumper when you're merging. Bro, give me some space. It's law. You have to give us space when you're merging over. Sometimes Sometimes I want to get a camera right there, take a picture or take a video of them merging right in front of me, and send that in to the police and let them get them a ticket. Because that's not safe at all. Imagine if somebody up front slams on the brakes or something happens, like a giant wreck, like a quarter mile down the road. They're right here, and they had to slam on their brakes or something. I wasn't able to pull back fast enough, right? For some reason. I pull back immediately, like whenever I see somebody. But what if something happened right in front of them, right? And it's before I'm able to pull back as far as I need to, and I slam into the back of them. These people aren't thinking. We need our space when y'all merge over. We need our space. Go a long way ahead, especially if there's no cars behind you, right? Don't merge over to the right lane. You can wait for a good bit before you merge over if you feel like you have to. And they merge right back over to the left lane for no reason, bro. No reason whatsoever. What did I go over? What did I miss going over? I think I got everything I wanted to touch on. But yeah, the trucking industry, we need to change. I already talked about the truckers. Now I'm talking about the corporations. These shippers, receivers, trucking schools, everything. It needs an overhaul. It needs a change, and y'all are going to go ahead and pop right in front of me, right? Go ahead. It's on an uphill too, so I had to fall back on an uphill. Now I'm only going like 53 miles an hour when I was going 65. And now it's starting to speed up. And like, I can't get into the left lane because one, there's a row of cars over here, right? Now there's finally a row of cars. Two, it's a way in motion, so I have to stay in this lane. So I can't because like when somebody jumps in front of me, if I have it free on the left side, I'll merge over to the left lane, right? And then I'll fall back in that lane, or I let them, speed up how much they need to speed up, and then I get back over in that right lane. That's how I do it. That's how I save my fuel. I don't like slowing down a lot. You can get over, bro. Yeah, that's how I conserve my fuel. That's how my fuel usage is so low. Because I maintain my same speed. Just about. On the interstate, I try to maintain that same speed. Yeah, I know it's a non-drive-wise inspection site. I'm good. I'm like at 11,200 on my front. I'm at like 29,000 on my drives, and I'm at like 33,000 on my tandem. So, I'm definitely underweight. I'm definitely legal. I make sure I scale every load that goes out of the DC. Like my old Kenworth, it had like a suspension load thing that you can see. You can basically gauge how much weight was in there, and you didn't really need a scale. Like if you didn't know how much weight it was, because our paperwork from Walmart, it doesn't have the weight of the load. How do I get on this topic? Oh, but yeah, we need an overhaul in this trucking industry. Complete overhaul. And sorry for y'all seeing my blankets like that. My sheets are messed up. I gotta get some new sheets because my dog's toenail ripped that sheet, and like my foot the past couple nights have been pushing into it and stuff while I was sleeping, so now it's completely ripped, and I'm just sleeping on the mattress right now. So this weekend or today when I get home, or tomorrow when I'm already home, I'm gonna go to Walmart or something and get a new sheet for my bed. But that's really all I wanted to touch on. I believe I might have to redo this video. If not, then all this is going to be in it because I'm not trimming this at all. Because for some reason, whenever I put it in my editor to trim it and everything, it messes up the video. So, this is all one shot. Do not miss your chance. If I started singing Eminem, right? But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. This industry needs to overhaul completely. Disaster relief team? What are you driving here for, bro? What disaster? I wasn't aware of a disaster in Georgia. I don't know. It's not a hurricane right now, but You do you, boo. You do you. But that's really what I want to talk about.